Hey!
I bet you didn't think that Isabel Wallace was gonna post another video this week. But she is! Hey guys! Wow. Consistency? Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Let's do this.
Hey guys, I'm already back. Am I filming 2 videos in one day? Sure am, but you know what? I'm here. I'm literally here.
I'm making a disclaimer now because I'm a little rusty on YouTube and I didn't realize that my camera is pretty much out of focus at least half of this video. So if you want to just like whatever you're watching me on, maybe just put it down. You don't really have to watch me, but you can listen to me while you clean or draw. I don't know. This is like a podcast because the whole video was kind of fucked up. But you know, we have to roll with it and I'm not gonna let that stop me and I'm still gonna post it. So if I'm blurry in most of the clips, I apologize and that won't happen again. I'm a podcast without a podcast. It's a 2-in-1. So just like squint, you know, like this is what it's like to not have 20/20 vision. And if you have glasses, like you're just watching it without your glasses. Yap, 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 yap. Enjoy.
The thing is, it feels like right now is Hannah Montana when she goes back to visit her family and she's like, I just want to be Hannah, I just want to be Hannah. And she has to go back to her roots. I feel like I am going back to my roots right now. It is me and my camera and I'm talking to myself and I'm gonna work through these things that I avoid every fucking day. I don't want to be like that anymore. I don't ever want to be like that, but I'm like that because it's easier than just feeling, you know? And that is not a good thing to do. So we're done escaping, we're done avoiding, and we're gonna figure out shit head on. First step, clean my fucking room, bitch. Because the amount of mental breakdowns I have, guys. So this is just us into our first order of business. Being a fucking girl, I'm fucking tired of it. I'm literally tired. I'm exhausted from having hormones and literally having my body change every fucking day. Especially this, guys. This is something that's been really difficult and I'm trying to be more vulnerable, and my therapist told me to just be vulnerable and try it. Because I stopped being vulnerable on the internet because I got scared. And I'm tired of being scared, okay? I'm gonna sit you down with an awfully dirty room in the background, okay? Doing social media since I was 17 has been amazing, but to watch yourself literally change is so weird because I don't just have photos of, you know, like once a year photos from me when I was like 17, 16, 18. Bitch, I have videos documented every single day. Like I watch myself grow and I lose my mind because I'm like, bro, that pair of pants doesn't fit me anymore. Oh, my face looked way better there. And I'm like, oh my god. And I get so nitpicky and I lose my mind and I hate it and it makes me go fucking crazy. Yeah, it's crazy because I feel like nobody has created insecurities about me. I have created my own insecurities by seeing all of this. And it's so weird. It's so weird, guys. And it makes me feel like, crazy because I'm like, this is not normal, you know? Like people have yearbook photos and they're like, oh my god, I just grew up. No, bitch. I have videos of me wearing my favorite pairs of clothes and then 2 years later they don't fucking fit me. And I get pissed off, okay? And then I cry and then I'm like, bitch, what? It's a pair of pants, you can get a new one.
Going back and editing and like being able to watch what I was saying and then kind of rework through it as I'm editing it, I want to add 2 years ago I was in the worst relationship of my life and I was so underweight. I did not have my period. I was anxious all the time. I was barely eating. It's very important to remember you were in such an awful space that your body wasn't even healthy. You don't want to look like that. You don't want to be like that. Being at a healthy weight now is something that I wish I was more grateful for, and I am grateful, but it's hard to work through that change because you're like, what is going on with my body? Because not only was I underweight, but I think a lot of women don't know that like you literally have a second puberty when you turn 21 or like around 21, 22. And so like not only was I getting back to a healthy weight, my body then turned into a literal woman's body, ready to bear fucking children. Like my hips got wider. It's just a hard change that I wasn't really prepared for and that I'm still trying to like get comfortable in. But hearing myself talk like this about my body, it hurts because it's like watching a friend talk bad about themselves and you wish you could just tell them like, you're so beautiful. And so you are so beautiful. A fucking scale does not determine your worth. I think the bigger picture to look at is that I'm healthy and that I made it out and that it's possible to make it out of those unhealthy situations and find peace again. I'm still searching for it, but you know, we're getting there. Womanhood is just, man, I'm buckle up.
And it's just this cycle of, girl, why is it isn't, your favorite pair of jeans is not worth fucking crying over. But I still do. I think that's partly why I've been having a hard time filming, is because I can't look at myself. And it sounds so silly, like saying it out loud, and maybe that's just me dismissing my own feelings, but it's really hard sometimes. My job is essentially filming myself, and like, I don't even like looking at myself without eyeliner on every day now. Once you learn how to do eyeliner, it is a slippery road because you are not gonna want to see yourself without it on. Yeah. I'm just like cleaning and yapping. I'm talking about it pretty easily now because I'm like, I have to, or else I will literally let it eat me alive. But when it initially happens and like I start to feel these feelings, I literally like shut down. And I don't talk about it with anybody, but I think my body is like just a really big insecurity or like just like struggle right now. And I don't want to cry because it isn't normal and it is inevitable, and you are not gonna look like your younger self forever. Stop dwelling on the fucking past. I'm saying that to myself. Stop dwelling on the past. Anyway, everything's gonna be okay. We're just constantly changing and you have to accept that. Yeah. Okay guys, done spiraling for a hot second. Woo. We're in my closet now. I cleaned it up a lot. I just needed to put music on after that. I was like, you know what? I need to vibe out. I need to jam out. And we just got a lot out, and that was very vulnerable for me, and I didn't want to cry, and I was like, just put the music on and just get into it. Just get into it, girl. And into it, I did. And now I have all of my clothes I need to hang up right here, and I'm gonna put them there. My closet is looking messy, but like, we can see the floor, you know? So like, we're getting somewhere, and for that, I'm very proud. We will get into my next topic of, what was I even calling this? Like, just like why I haven't been okay.
Okay, it's about to get blurry, but I'm just hanging up clothes. So hey, maybe just hang up your clothes and listen to me while I do it, you know? Do it with me. I'm so sorry that it's blurry. Fucked up. I fucked up. How dare I call myself a fucking YouTuber? I'll get it next video, don't worry.
Okay, so we talked about girlhood, growing into your body. Okay, we're not even gonna get it out. I said what I said. Now I'm gonna talk about just like being in your 20s, okay? If you didn't know, I'm from Pennsylvania. I moved away when I was 19. Rough childhood. I was in school for like a month for college, and then I dropped out. Didn't tell my dad. We'll save that story for another time. I moved here in LA and kind of just like started a new life, which is fucking crazy. I look back now being like 22 and I'm like, god damn, my younger self had so much balls. I was so bold, bro. Like, I just did shit because I knew myself best and what I needed. Nowadays, as I get older, I doubt that shit. I doubt that I know myself and what I need and what I want, and I don't know why. I don't know why. No, I do. I do know why. I literally was this bright light beam, and then you date one wrong person, they rip you to shreds. After that, it was a lot of pieces to pick up. I'll never be the same. And that's really sad to like admit, and like not even just because like as you get older, like you grow and you evolve. No, bitch, like my brain chemistry is changed from that shit. And it's awful and it's sad, and I don't really want to talk about it because that motherfucker does not deserve any more words out of my mouth. Had some good friends, had some bad friends, had some friends that, you know, I'm not friends with anymore, and like that's okay. Like, people just grow apart and no bad blood. And then you have people that like became your best friend for over a year that actually cheated on your boyfriend with you while you were dating and then became your friend, and it's like, bro, I got trust issues. The first year and a half, 2 years of me living in LA was just, it was for the fucking plot. It was for the character development. I got great stories to tell that are awful but are very humorous now, looking back. But through the midst of all of that, I have the best friends in the world now. And everything happens for a fucking reason. I will tell you that right now. And I could go on and on and on and on about how I met all these amazing people. But all that I can say is time. Time has blessed me with these people that I'm forever grateful for. And they're big reasons of why I'm okay, in a sense, because I have such a great support system. So now that I'm 22, I'm in a house, I've settled in, I'm living this beautiful life. There's no more fight or flight anymore. I can actually just sit with myself and my emotions and my feelings. That part scares the shit out of me because I actually have to face it. And I don't want to do that all the time because it's really scary to acknowledge those deep feelings that you feel. Avoiding it only works for so long, and then you're hit with a point where I'm literally at right now, and you've been existing and living, but you haven't been fully living because you're carrying this baggage of emotion and sadness that you haven't worked through. When I'm not with my friends, or I'm not at a festival, or I'm not doing something that's super exciting, I sit down and I'm like, I don't know who the fuck am I? What do I like to do when I'm by myself? Like, I used to be super fucking independent, and now I hate being alone. I don't want to be with my thoughts because they are so loud. That is the whole point of why we're hopping back on the tube and why we are trying to just talk to my camera. The place that I felt most safe was always talking to the camera because it was a way that I could just open up with myself. And then along the way, I found people who are going through exactly what I'm going through. And it's really beautiful to know that you have somebody. And so I want to be that somebody for you guys to know that it's okay to not know what the fuck you're doing. And it's okay to feel your emotions and not run away from them because it will come back, like I said. 22, bro. I'm feeling fucking 22. I'm feeling lost in the fucking sauce, bro. A lot of my friends are all older than me, and so like they all have like these paths and these years and years that they've been working on their careers. It's so beautiful to watch all of them do what they're doing. So inspiring, and I'm so proud. But me, when I look at like my job and like what I do, I don't really have friends that kind of are doing what I'm doing. So it's hard to like ask somebody for advice or like open up to somebody because I always feel like people won't understand, or I don't know, I don't want to put that weight on anybody. I just end up doing nothing and wallowing in it, and it's exhausting, bro, to just hold it all in and let it sink in your head and your shoulders and all that weight. Like, ugh, hate it. I went to therapy and I was telling her, I was like, I'm 22, I'm so lost, I don't know what to do. And she said this to me. She told me a story about when she was visiting like another country or something, and she was asking for directions because she didn't speak their language. And he was like, okay, you're gonna go here and you're gonna go here and then you'll get there. But he was like, if you do that, if you just go right there, it's so quick. She's like, you're gonna miss out on the experience. You're gonna miss out on all the things that like make this place. And she told me that, and she was like, if you try to figure it out so quickly, you're missing out on the journey and you're missing out on exploring all of these things. So she told me to just literally accept being lost and wallow in this feeling that I feel, to not be afraid to be vulnerable online anymore and to just talk it out. Just don't be scared, because I've been scared to just be vulnerable because I feel like what I say doesn't matter. But that's not because of people online. That's because I have this voice in my head that is literally telling me that I don't deserve space, that I don't deserve goals, what I'm doing doesn't matter, and that could not be farther from the truth. But on bad days, that voice I literally believe with all of my being, and it's really hard to get out of it. You're not alone if you have that little voice in your head that keeps telling you those things. You are greater than that voice. Don't let that voice fucking win, babe. Ba, 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 ba. My 20s, I'm having so much fun. Sometimes too much fun, that I then feel guilty for having too much fun, because I'm like, I need to be working, I need to figure it out, I need to do what I'm doing. And then when I'm not doing enough, I'm like, okay, I don't know. I just spiral in that. But at the end of it all, I'm very grateful for my life. I'm grateful for everything that I have, the roof over my head, the friends that I have, and just like the fact that I get to make videos for a living and be so passionate about it. And I feel like I've been taking that for granted, because I do live a beautiful life. Even if any people who are content creators as well, like, we are still people who feel mental illness and emotion, and really, we all have bad days. I have a lot of bad days. I don't want to give up. And a lot of times I'm like, I do. But that's just that voice, babe. And you can't give up. You gotta keep going. There is so much life to live, and there's so much love to give. We're gonna keep going. My goal is to fall in love with content creating again. Fall in love with myself by doing this. Relearn myself. When you get lost in the wrong people and you get lost in the wrong things, you get lost in yourself and you don't even know who you are anymore. I feel like sometimes I think who I am isn't good enough and isn't deserving enough, so I'd rather not do anything to further myself, which is awful. Now that I'm like, this is why I needed to do this. This is why I need to say this out loud, because say this shit out loud to yourself and then you will be like, girl, you are crazy. Like, why are you saying that? You deserve so many good things. You deserve everything and more that you want, and to live this beautiful life to the fullest. Well, I am Yap Nation right now, okay? And I'm just doing my laundry because I'm doing things that are gonna make me feel good and make me feel better, and I'm taking care of myself. So my 20s, confusing as hell. Girlhood, confusing as hell. Yeah, girl, it's so confusing sometimes to be a girl. So what am I gonna do about all of this? Everything that I'm dealing with? I'm gonna change my room. I'm gonna move it around like I always do because it solves my problems temporarily. And I move it around so much that I'm like, okay, everything's fine. You know what I think happened? TBH, I was doing okay. And then I moved my room during Mercury retrograde and shit hit the fucking fan. Believe it or not, I believe it. I believe it. So we're switching the desk with my dresser. Because the feng shui, way better. And the dresser looks way better.
I wish I could tell you how many times I've moved the format of my room.
Now we pull this bad boy.
It's a really big amount of times.
Whoa. Peace is restored. Wow. That's not actually how I'm gonna fix all my problems that I'm feeling right now, but it was a good start. How I'm gonna fix, see, that looks so much better, right? Good job. How I'm gonna fix how I'm feeling is actually acknowledging these feelings that I feel and not being scared of them. We talked about that already. But also I got a journal. I'd be losing my journals. Like, girl, you need to be careful. I don't like talk about tea, but I just like talk about like really sad shit that I feel, and I'm like, I don't want anybody reading that, you know? Whoever has that. I've lost 2 journals actually. Whoever has them and didn't give it back, they're not a good person. Can't win them all. So I got this one and it's gonna stay inside my fucking house. Or I need like a log. You know how people like log when things like leave? Like I need a log for a fucking journal. Like, girl, no, just don't lose it. I just progressively get slid down there. Okay, anyway, I've been journaling. I wrote a bunch of, I've been journaling, bitch, it's been 2 days. Yeah, I just wrote like a bunch of goals. Consistency is my first goal. Self-love is the second, and the rest, we're gonna work on it. Even like taking the time to like clean my room, reset, all these like little things. Buying a fucking candle, things like that. Buying yourself flowers. Just like waking up every day and being grateful, taking it day by day. That's how I'm going to do it. It's not gonna be easy. It really isn't. But honestly, today was a really good day. And I literally filmed a video and I haven't done that in so long. And it just felt really nice to just talk to myself and talk to you and just like take care of me. Whoa. Wow. And I got through today. I get to wake up tomorrow to a clean room. Bitch, that is a milestone. Yes. I'm really excited to film more videos of like us doing things and us going places and us experiencing things together and talking about things. But right now, babe, I just need to pick up the pieces, and I really appreciate you guys for helping picking them up and watching me pick them up, and you know, just holding my hand along this process, because it's beautiful to know that I'm not alone. I'm ending my night with my room looking so good. So good. Isn't that right, Halo? Halo. Smile for the camera. Halo. Oh my gosh. Hello? Are you hungry? Yeah. You motherfucker. You're so cute.
Anyway, that is the video. I didn't want to edit it too much because it's kind of very personal and very vulnerable, and it's not a joke. I know I make a lot of jokes, but it wasn't a joke, you know? And so don't worry. The humor, the funny, the fun, it's always fun. I love my life. I'm so grateful for my life, and so many awesome things awaits. And even though this was kind of like sad, the things that I've talked about, I already feel better just talking about it and getting it out and being consistent. And I'm excited to see literally the next few weeks, months, hell, the fucking next year where we're gonna be. I love you guys, and I will see you next video, and it'll be way sooner than later. I promise you that. That I can promise. Take care of yourself. I love you. Mwah, mwah, and mwah.